I'm Capricorn, Healing Grasshopper, here to do your second reading in March the 9th to the 16th. This is your weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Here we have the Four of Cups. Okay. King of Cups and Justice. Okay. Love it. Oh, wait, you've got more cards. Any cards under it? No, just Justice card. Okay. Got the Justice card. Okay. Four of Cups. I remember your monthly for March, and even last week it was very much anxiety filled. Capricorn is tired. I get it. By the way, I am a Capricorn Sun, so I really do get it. Not just empathetically, but literally. Um, the Four of Cups is an energy of cynicism and apathy. You know, you've been through it. You've you feel like you've made all the effort you can. You've seen it all, done it all. And then here is Spirit handing you another opportunity, another situation. To you, it appears like, oh, here's another situation for me to step into. I don't see how this one is going to be any different than the last one. And the pile of dog poop that I've been getting in the past, right? That's what these last three cups represent here. Um, but let's not forget that this is the universe here. That's what this cloud is with the hand coming out of it. This is the universe handing you an opportunity. And let's not forget who we are. We are Capricorns. We are tenacious. We continue to climb where others would stumble and fall to their deaths. And we keep going because we know that something's out there for us. We know. Um, let's not forget that. Capricorns in the beginning of their lives go through it, and Saturn puts us through it, right? But for a purpose, for us to learn a whole lot. And I'm putting it very simply, but you know what I mean. Then in the second half of our life, things start to lighten up on us. And then we grow into children, as they say, right? We start our lives as old people. We live in reverse. And then things get easier and things become light and playful for us. The only thing, though, is that we don't know when this is going to happen for us, but it will happen. Okay. So the universe is going to continue to hand us cups like this. Um, it's not just us, right? It's it's all the zodiac signs. Everyone's here for a purpose, and the universe has a plan for each individual, and will hand each of us cups throughout our lives, right? But it's our responsibility to receive those cups. And we need to receive the cups in gratitude before we even unpack what's in the cup. Thank you, Spirit, for this opportunity, no matter what it is. Who knows? It might be another pile of dog poop. Or that's the way we see it as dog poop. That's another thing. We'll get to that, right? Because how we perceive these opportunities and these karmic situations that we go through is important. But this can be another challenge, let's call it. But I mean, it's not like the universe is like conspiring, like ha ha ha. Let's see how badly we can make Capricorn cry this month. It's not that. It's Capricorn is a child of Saturn. Capricorn is spiritually strong. Let's hand Capricorn this challenge to help Capricorn grow. And of course, in these challenges, we never feel that way. We feel like, why is the universe crapping on us? But that is the time, whenever we open our mouths to say that, we need to stop and say, thank you, Spirit, but what is it that you're trying to teach me? Because the sooner we figure that out, the sooner we could get the F out of that situation. Okay, so enough of that beating that horse. King of Cups is an energy of kind of wise stoicism, you know. Well, Stoics are wise anyway, that's redundant. But he assesses things rationally and doesn't let his emotions cloud his judgment, right? So, which is very much related to this card over here, because this is all about emotion or lack thereof. But this person is sitting under this tree with his arms crossed, like, hmm, his heart and mind is close to everything that he comes across, which is not a healthy situation that he's put himself in, right? The King of Cups is never like that. So the King of Cups would approach this cup like, oh, thank you, universe. What is this that you have for me? I hope it's not going to be a difficult one, but we'll see. You know, let's unpack this and see what our role is going to be in this situation this time. And how can we get through it as easily and wisely and you know optimistically as we can, so we can keep moving to the good part in our lives. Or who knows? Maybe this is the good part that's being handed to us. We don't know. But either way, we're going to approach it with humility um and gratitude. So justice is about balance. Love to see this here. Justice talks about how no matter how difficult you feel things are in your life, the it's impossible for it to stay that way forever because the universe doesn't work that way. The universe is all about balance, right? So if things were very difficult for a long period of time, at some point it's going to even out. So, I mean, you can also take this as kind of a quiet reminder that one should always have in the back of their head. Like, be careful how you approach each thing in life because karma, like everyone in the universe, everyone on this earth should always think that way. And in fact, if more people thought that way, there wouldn't be crime, there wouldn't be, dishonesty and all that business. But anyway, we are light workers. We are high vibrational people. So that is something that we keep in the back of our heads all the time. Because although we're light workers, we're also human, right? We get angry, we get frustrated like everyone else. And sometimes the devil on our shoulder tells us, wouldn't it feel good just to get back at the person, you know, that person, I don't know, that took that parking space from you. It would be feel really good to key that car or, whatever people do, take the air out of the tires, but karma, right? That's another quiet little statement that justice always carries. Justice is the karma card. But this is more of a reminder of, oh, and also that would definitely be a good reminder to the guy sitting in this card as well. Like, watch that attitude and make sure that your attitude doesn't lead you astray, type thing. Okay? Um, but really, it is talking about the balance and how you can be confident that at some point the universe is going to balance that energy out and it's not always going to be a struggle. Four of Swords, take a breath. Do what you can to stop the racing thoughts and really just number one, focus on gratitude, and number two, focus on what it is that you want in life without frustration, right? Because this guy here absolutely is steeped in frustration. Like he knows what he wants and he's not getting it. And he's kind of throwing a little pouty party, you know. That's creates a dark cloud around us, you know. We want to clean our auras or keep our auras clean by living in gratitude and doing our best to not focus on negativity. The lovers. What was I saying before about karmic situations? The lovers is all about karmic situations. These are two people put in a situation by the universe here. This is not about romance or even about friendship. These are just simply two people who have been faced in front of each other in a situation. So, what this is really talking about is It's a neutral card. It's talking about your current state that you've been put in. And you know what? We are going to get clarity on the lovers. Can we clarify the lovers, please? Yikes. That was a fumble. There. The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is um, managing things. This guy is struggling or managing a whole bunch of tasks here. Um, and he's got this very determined look on his face. And it kind of looks like he's fighting them. And he might very well be, but the point is that he's got the upper hand here. He is in a position of power. He is not being overtaken here. He is overpowering the rest of them here. So, what this is saying is that you can handle it. You're being put into a situation that you can handle as as long as you stay tenacious. You know, the moment you start telling yourself, I can't handle this, is too much, then you begin to lose this upper hand because it's like you're telling the universe that you can't handle it. You're manifesting difficulty. So for once, Capricorn, well, not for once, for the first time in a while, because I'm feeling this here, this frustration, like nothing works well for me. Start telling yourself that this is going to work out well, that you are going to get through it. We're gonna try and suss out some more here. Yeah, I feel like you got this last week. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is nicknamed the Miser card. This is like the Scrooge, like the penny pinching, pessimistic, micromanaging, managing, over controlling person, right? And that's how we feel when we are in survival mode, which, to be fair, Capricorn feels like we're always in survival mode, right? But what this is saying, though, Capricorn, is just be careful not to be too rigid in your thinking. This is very rigid, closed minded thinking. This is very much related to this Four of Cups, you know, frustrated, clamped down, and um, frustrated and anxious. So it's like, I'm anxious, I have to do this, and it won't work if I don't do that. It's like, okay, calm down, Four of Swords, take a breath, and just reflect over things. And as you take this quiet time, things start to lighten up. It I use car accidents a lot for as an example, but you'll have to forgive me. It's coming to mind again. It's like when you're in a car accident and it happens, you're scared, you're startled is the word, and it feels like oh my gosh, the end of the world, right? And then that starts to wane that feeling, and then you assess the damage, and a lot of the times it's like, all right, it's not that bad. And then you talk to the other person, or maybe the cops come, and it goes from 100 and down to maybe 50. And by the time, you walk away from the whole situation, you're down by the 20s. It's like, okay, I took care of it. The insurance will take care of it. The world is not ending. You understand? But there are some people who will, and I just saw a video recently, um, who will get into the most minor of car accidents and flip out. There was one that I saw of this girl. She clearly had a mental issue. Um, but she, I don't remember what it was. Like, they didn't really show what was wrong with her car. Like, her car was okay. She only had like a scratch or whatever. And she flipped out and would not stop yelling and flipping out. And the cops ended up like having to arrest her because she was just out of control, right? So you see how the difference is? And I'm not saying that that's you, but I'm just using that extreme um, to make you realize that this um, survival mode can spin out of control if you let it. So there needs to be a level of restraint here and reflection. Um, and now I just got the question in my head, but we don't know what it is that's happening yet. You're right. And I can't tell you what this is. I don't know what it is. It's going to be different for everyone. Um, I've been talking about Pluto and Capricorn for the longest time. It's no longer in Capricorn and is now in Aquarius, and it changed in November of 2024, right? And this past year, we've been going through the transition. Some signs have been going through it quicker than others. Like, it really seems that Aries, which is not surprising, Aries is a fire sign and very fiery they are, right? So things happen pretty quickly in a fire sign's life, right? Anyway, Capricorn, you know that we are the tortoise and the hare. Things go slowly for us. We end up in the end winning big, which really frustrates people out there in the world watching us. But nothing happens quickly in our lives. And that's something that I have to remind myself of all the time because I also feel like we're still in Pluto and Capricorn. Every now and then I start to see, though, I'm like, oh, I see how things are easier now. Things are certainly easier, though. I can definitely admit that to myself that, although things have not improved for me yet, I'm not in total crisis mode that I was in maybe 3 years ago. Um, so that's something to start with. So we're going to come out of this energy. We're going to come over here to King of Wands, who is the innovator, the trailblazer. the life hacker, right? So, and that's really interesting that it came out under these two cards, especially the Four of Swords, because it's like, wait a minute, take a pause and reach within yourself, and you're going to find some creative ways to deal with whatever this is, right? Now, Spirit could have put several other cards here to deliver that message, right? Like kind of Five of Pentacles. Like you feel like you're out in the cold, but if you if you look in the right direction and have the right perspective, you can lift yourself out of it pretty easily. But this over here is talking about the power you have within you to get through and build something spectacular for yourself, right? So this is very much a clue that this up here isn't going to be quite as difficult as we're imagining it can be. This is kind of like, no, Capricorn, this is good. Go and reach out for that cup. Okay, so what does that mean in practical terms? Now, before let's get through this and we'll go through the practical terms. We've got Knight of Pentacles, which is the Rome wasn't built in a day card. This is marathon, not a sprint card. Things are going to happen in due time. Be patient, which is totally fine for us. We have all the patience in the world. As long as we can see the next foothold to climb onto, we're totally fine with this, right? But over here, it's almost as if we goats are like, I don't see what the next foothold is. And King of Wands is like, yes, you do. If you just calm down and take a breath, you'll see that next foothold. And you know what I mean by foothold on the sheer cliff, right? Chariot. It's like, don't rush, but don't stay stagnant either. And the Four of Pentacles is a very stagnant card. It's very like sit in place and hold on to everything you got. Don't let it go. You know, that's not, but then there's no movement, right? So we have take a breath, don't worry, you're going to find a foothold, things will even out, and just take the first step. This is one foot in front of the other is enough movement for you now. So, in practical terms, um, if you're looking for a job, it's like, okay, let's work on LinkedIn. What are we going to do today? Let's look at a few jobs and put out some resumes. Let's think about who we can reach out to that may have information for us. I don't know, whatever it is, but these are practical things that we can do instead of, I know I'm being silly, but lying in bed with the covers over our heads. I want to start a business. Let's research the most cost effective way to uh, get up a website. Let's look at Etsy compared to what's another Redbubble or Amazon. Staying busy in that way, in a productive way. And I don't need to tell an earth sign how to be productive. We know how to be productive. We are the most productive out of all the signs. It'd be Capricorn and Virgo, right? Sorry, guys. Um, let's see what our outcome card is. I feel the frustration, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Magician. Love it. Not reverse. This is don't forget that you know how to create abundance in your life. It's one of the gifts given to Capricorns. Let's do this. Starting this week, something you come across something or someone tells you about something, um, like, there's a position open at my job where I work. Um, you might want to apply to that, or just whatever opportunity that comes across to you, don't shut it down right away. Even it can be something that's totally, let's say you're like, I don't know, an accountant, and someone tells you about a lifeguard job, like something that's totally unrelated to what you do. Um, don't push it away right away. Like, what do you mean a lifeguard? Where? I know that's crazy. Like, what accountant would ever take a lifeguard job? Yeah, I get it. But however impractical it sounds, give it a shot. Or even undesirable, like, oh, I don't want to do that. Just at least lift the hood up and have a quick look at it. Don't reject it right away. Um, because there are a few what looks like curveballs coming at you in this week that once you really have a look, you might, for at least one of the things, be like, oh, that may not be so bad. Um, keep your heart and your mind open. And another thing is stop kicking the can around like disgruntled. Um, find your gratitude and try and stay optimistic because this pissy attitude that we've been in is not helping. When I mean we, because it's hard for me to keep myself out of the pissy attitude too. So, advice? Um, Sacred destiny. Ask your guides. Okay. This one. Once. Teacher guide. Okay, I think we should probably read this one. Uh-oh. I just heard my fur monster come into the room. Oh, I passed it. Balance. You're in the delicate process of learning how to properly balance the flow of give and take in your personal relationships. And it's time to value it. It's time to evaluate your progress. Are you giving too much? Are you giving too much, leaving you feeling resentful and angry? Are you failing to ask for what you need, hoping others will figure it out? Then feeling let down and unloved if they don't? Are you taking too much and burdening others with your responsibilities? Are those you love complaining that they feel neglected or taken advantage of by you? Your teacher guides help you learn how to interact better in your relationships so that you neither give nor take too much as a means of controlling others. They counsel you to be honest about your motivations and actions and how you show up to others. Your divine teachers are on hand to help you move beyond any unfulfilling and self sabotaging patterns and learn how to connect and communicate with others in a balanced, healthier way. Your teacher guides lovingly assure you that while relationships are the most difficult of all our spiritual classrooms, and the lessons of proper give and take are the most difficult of skills to learn, you can do this. It is now time to make this your priority before you lose important people in your life. Be honest and seek balance in your relationships and others. Ask your divine teachers to guide you in how much to give and receive in all relationships, not just the romantic kind, and why. They will help you create better and more satisfying relationships if you want to learn. Your teacher guide's message to you: give fairly with unconditional love, and all will turn out well. Well, I was not expecting that. So, okay, we do have the lovers here, which again doesn't refer to, well, it can include romance, but it's not solely about romance. You've got balance here, and you've got the Four of Pentacles, the over controlling card. I'm not saying that you're over controlling, though, not in that way. And if you are, then maybe you need to assess that, right? the Four of Swords. But balance does go very well with justice here. So, first of all, there is balance coming. So, if you are struggling or you feel you're in a struggle, you can look forward to things balancing out. For those of you who are having difficulty in your relationships, I would absolutely take Sonia Chokat's advice. That's the author of this deck, by the way. Um, but this might also be alluding to the fact that things have been so difficult for you that you're somewhat blind to the people around you that want to lend you support, right? But we talked about that and not being closed minded and closed hearted to things. And we may very well be not only close to opportunity, like we were talking about before, but closed minded and closed hearted to the people around us, too. You may not realize them. We're going to get through this, Capricorn. Let's talk to each other in the comment section. Let's start with that, okay? Talk to me. I'd be thrilled to hear from you guys. I love hearing from my viewers, and I used to really enjoy uh, getting comments, especially from my Capricorn viewers. The volume on YouTube has dropped. I've seen that for other content creators, but especially for me. Um, I am no exception. My channel isn't. Um, but it would really cheer me up to hear from you guys. We can support each other, talk to each other. Let's have a dialogue again in the Capricorn comment section. No Capricorn left behind. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a quick gesture that costs you nothing and really does a lot to help me and helps the channel grow. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to like. Don't forget the notification bell. But also, you don't have to wait for the notifications. I put out um, videos daily. So if you think of me, come have a peek at the channel, see what's new to watch. Okay? If you're really inclined to helping this channel, you can share this channel with whomever you feel might benefit from it or enjoy it. But also have a look at the playlist section. I have many playlists made. Choose one and set it to autoplay. Have it on as background noise as you go about your daily tasks while you're winding down in bed or even sleeping. Because watch hours are what a channel like this one, a small channel, needs to grow and thrive. Okay, guys? So chin up. We're in this together, onward and upward. And I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.